What do you think a superhero movie is?
A superhero movie tells the story of a hero going through multiple conflicts, usually an inner conflict and an outer conflict with an antagonist of some sort, and an inner conflict with one's own identity.
Well, superhero movie obviously has a hero. I think it's also like derived from like comics itself, such as like Marvel and DC Comics.
A superhero movie, what I think it is a film that portrays it's a film that portrays various superheroic subjects, typically with powers, and it typically has a premise of protecting other people from a larger threat. And some notable examples would be, the Marvel movies, DC, that kind of thing.
So, what movie do you think really kicked off the superhero genre in terms of getting everything started and all the hype that we have around them now?
So, the superhero genre has been around for a while. There have been, various films, even in the 1900s, about superheroes. But I think the one that really, made us pay more attention to action movies would be the 2008 Iron Man film. It became a lot more popular than other films, like the 90s Wonder Woman. And it really, kicked off, the famous MCU that we have going on right now.
Well, I would definitely say that the movie that kicked off what we see in our times is a slew of superhero movies would probably be the first X-Men movie, because that's kind of the movie that connected multiple superhero characters at a time. I feel like superhero movies that came before X-Men, such as the Tim Burton Batman movies, couldn't do what X-Men do in terms of showing character interactions between multiple superpower characters.
In my opinion, I think, first of all, Iron Man, because if you think about it, there's a whole Marvel cinematic universe that stemmed off from Iron Man itself, and look, now they have the world record, $630 million, on opening night.
They've crossed $1 billion already. What impact do you think superhero movies have had on the film business or Hollywood in general in the way that movies are made now?
Well, superhero films typically tend to have a lot more action than other types of movies. And because the superhero films are becoming more and more popular, a lot more people are drawn to the more actiony superhero kind of movies. So other films will typically try to appeal to these kinds of audiences by including similar kinds of scenes, or by simply just dropping references in order to make the audience feel more into the movie.
Okay.
For, at least personally, superheroes have affected me in a way that I feel like I grew up with them, because I was born in 2001, so with how I said Spider-Man kind of started off the franchise, it's I got to grow up seeing these heroic people, save lives, show kindness, and I don't know, just humility towards other people. I feel like this has affected culture, can't talk, people in general, because I don't know, I feel like collectively we've grown together. And
Also, the effect that superhero movies have had on people and pop culture in general is that they've led to many more superhero movies, as we can see, with many franchises, Avengers 1, 2, 3, Thor 1, 2, 3, but also led to merchandising with toy sales, TV shows, and so that's kind of been the embodiment of pop culture for quite some time, I guess, along with other franchises like Star Wars and Star Trek, which have had similar impacts as the superhero movies have had on pop culture. But I feel like the impact they've had on people is that they tell the stories of underdogs, as well as teach people how to be heroes, with morals such as great power comes great responsibility. So superhero films are an easy way to teach people these kind of messages that society values.
Has it had an impact on you personally?
It's definitely had an impact on me personally, because I'm a huge fan of superhero movies, and so I have learned a lot from superhero movies as well, things I couldn't have learned outside of this genre. So,
not much thought. What would you say is your favorite superhero movie of all time?
Okay, always Spider-Man. It's okay,
Don't cry.
No, I might.
I'll be very upset if you do.
Because
my favorite superhero movie of all time, no thinking, is probably The Dark Knight.
Why?
Why? Because I feel like it has the best villain. I've never seen as good of a villain as Heath Ledger's Joker in any other superhero film before. It has one of the best character conflicts. He's not only conflicting with the villain, he's conflicting with himself, he's conflicting with the public, and the ending makes a sacrifice. So I feel like I haven't seen those type of elements in any other superhero film before. So that's why I kind of like Dark Knight more than any other superhero film.
The Spider-Man movies were the first movies that I could enjoy and also comprehend with my father. And he actually lives in the Philippines. So when the Spider-Man reboot came out, Homecoming with Tom Holland, he actually came back for the first time in 2 years. And I got to like watch that with him. And it's just like I can honestly see how huge of an effect like Spider-Man has had on my life. Like he's honestly my favorite superhero.